Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to learn a beautiful story in English. But before we begin, please subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss any future videos. Also, press the bell icon to receive a notification every time we post a new video. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling river, there lived a girl named Anna. Anna was a dreamer. Her eyes sparkled with curiosity and her heart was filled with a passion for art. She loved to paint, and not just paint, but create. Every evening after school, when the sun began its slow descent, casting long shadows across the village, Anna would rush home, change into her favorite colorful dress, grab her paints and brushes, and skip to her special spot under the old mango tree. The mango tree was more than just a tree to Anna. It was her sanctuary, her world, and a silent witness to her dreams. Its thick branches provided the perfect shade for her little table and chair, and the sweet, juicy mangoes that fell to the ground became her art, inspiration. The tree's gnarled and twisted roots became rivers. Its rough bark turned into a majestic castle wall, and its lush green leaves transformed into playful animals and dreamy clouds. However, as much as Anna loved painting, she often grew frustrated. You see, Anna wanted to be a great artist. She dreamt of creating magical pictures that could transport people to faraway lands, make them laugh and cry, and touch their hearts. But no matter how hard she tried, her paintings just didn't turn out right. The colors refused to stay where she wanted them. The shapes twisted into unrecognizable forms, and sometimes she even spilled paint on the paper, ruining hours of work. It wasn't that Anna lacked talent. She observed the world around her, saw the vibrant colors of the flower petals, the soft curves of the hills, and the playful light and shadows dancing on the ground. She mixed the colors carefully, just like the painter had shown her, yet her paintings never improved. She started to feel discouraged. Every time she looked at her latest masterpiece, or what was supposed to be a masterpiece, she felt a wave of disappointment wash over her. She wondered if she was just not good at this, if she would ever be able to create something truly beautiful. Maybe she should give up on her dream of becoming an artist and focus on something more realistic, like cooking or weaving baskets. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, Anna's enthusiasm began to fade. She spent less and less time under her beloved mango tree, and more time sitting in her room, staring at the blank canvas on her easel, paralyzed by fear and self-doubt. One day, as Anna sat listlessly under the mango tree, watching the paint dry on her latest failed painting, she felt a tap on her shoulder. She turned around to see an old man standing there. The man was tall and thin with a shock of white hair and twinkling blue eyes. He wore a worn leather apron, and the scent of wood and sunshine seemed to cling to him. Anna recognized him as Old Man Hemlock, the village carpenter, renowned for his skill in making beautiful wooden toys. "Why, the long-faced child?" he asked kindly, noticing the tears glistening in Anna's eyes. Hesitantly, Anna explained her frustrations, how she loved to paint but couldn't make anything good. As she spoke, she felt a lump forming in her throat, and the old man's eyes filled with understanding. When Anna finished, Old Man Hemlock sat down on a nearby stone and said, "Do you know how many times I failed before I made my first toy?" "I failed a lot. Each failure taught me something." Intrigued, Anna asked, "What do you mean?" The old man smiled. "When I first started carving, I would look at the rough wood and imagine the beautiful toy it could become. But then I would start carving, and my knife would slip. Sometimes I would cut too deeply. Sometimes I would carve the wrong shape. I felt discouraged and thought about giving up. But then I realized that each mistake, each slip of my knife, was teaching me something about wood, about balance, about patience. Slowly, my toys began to take shape. I learned how to feel the wood, how to listen to its whispers, and how to work with it instead of against it. It took me years to learn these things. But once I did, I could create something truly special. He paused, looked at Anna, and added softly, "Remember, child, mistakes are not the opposite of success. They are part of it. Every success is preceded by countless failures, and every failure brings you closer to success." Anna pondered the old man's words as she watched him walk away. That evening, when she sat down to paint, she approached her canvas with a newfound determination. This time, when her brush slipped or the colors bled, instead of throwing the painting away in frustration, she stopped, observed what had happened, and asked herself, "What can I learn from this?" She studied the failed painting, trying to understand why it didn't turn out well. Was it because she had used too much water? Was it because she had applied the paint too thickly? By asking these questions and analyzing her mistakes, she began to understand where she went wrong and why. From that day on, Anna became a student of her mistakes. She saw them not as failures, but as valuable lessons. When her painting didn't look right, she examined it, trying to figure out what she could do differently next time. She experimented with colors, with shapes, with techniques, and with every mistake, she learned something new. Years passed and Anna's dedication paid off. Her paintings began to improve. She learned how to mix colors to create the exact shade she envisioned. She learned how to hold her brush to control the flow of paint and how to correct small mistakes before they became big problems. She even learned how to fix ruined paintings, turning mistakes into happy accidents. Her biggest mistake, however, was the day she decided to give up on her dream. If she hadn't picked up her paintbrush again after that, she wouldn't have learned the most important lesson of all, that mistakes are not the end. They are the beginning of something better. Today, Anna's paintings are displayed in galleries throughout the land, and people travel from far and wide to see them. When they look at her pictures, they don't just see colors on paper. They see the story of a young girl who dared to dream, who dared to fail, and who dared to keep trying until she succeeded. As for Anna, she continues to paint under her beloved mango tree, creating magical worlds that touch the hearts of everyone who sees them. And whenever she makes a mistake, which she does every day, she smiles, knowing that it's just another step on her journey to greatness. Now let's learn 5 new words from the story. Mistake, something you do wrong, but you can learn from it. For example, spilling paint on your paper can be a mistake, but you can learn from it and try to do better next time. Embarrassed, feeling shy or uncomfortable about something you did. For example, when you make a mistake in front of your friends, you might feel embarrassed. Carpenter, a person who makes things from wood. For example, Old Man Hemlock was the village carpenter. Brave, feeling more confident and less afraid. For example, when you keep trying, even when you make mistakes, you become braver. Improve, to get better at something through practice. For example, Anna's paintings improved a lot after she started learning from her mistakes. We hope you enjoyed this story and learned something new. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section below. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.